Right. So just days after posting this, the former unified three-belt WBA, WBC, IBF welterweight world champion, superstar boxer, and Hall of Famer once he officially retires, Errol "The Truth" Spence Jr., who is 28 wins, 1 loss, no draw, 22 wins by way of knockout. Errol Spence posted this message that hinted at retirement just 48 hours ago. And now one has to wonder. Errol Spence said, "I've done everything in the sport of boxing that I set out to do, which is to financially secure my family and retire my mother and father and make sure they never have to work again," hinting at a possible retirement. And now one has to wonder, as reports have come out, just picking up heads of steam, right, that Errol "The Truth" Spence Jr. is now in negotiations with the former WBO junior middleweight world champion, the son of a legend, in Tszyu, whose father is Tszyu. Tszyu and Errol Spence are reportedly in negotiations to have a showdown set to take place in April. Okay, I'm being told it could be April 18th to the 25th. Around that time is the target date if they can indeed get this fight to come to fruition, right? So now I have to wonder, was Errol Spence saying this as a way to create leverage, right? Was Errol Spence saying, listen, if y'all don't give me what I don't need to box? Is that where he was coming from with this statement that he was making? I don't need to box. I did what I needed to do in the sport of boxing. I achieved what I set out to achieve. Boxing is not necessary for me in my career, right? And now it seems like they're looking to give him what he's looking to receive, to fight the 26 win, 3 loss, no draw, 18 win by way of knockout, Tszyu, who got knocked out twice in his career, right? In April. This would be a great comeback fight for Errol Spence. Errol Spence has not boxed. Keep in mind, Errol Spence has not boxed since July of 2023. So 2.5 years. We're going on 3 years since we've seen Errol Spence in the ring. And Errol Spence says, it's strap season. I don't do tune-ups, right? So now, again, after he made this statement, and then prior to this statement, he called out all the fighters and stated, listen, all the fighters saying my name would never have mentioned my name before the Terrence Crawford fight, which he's 1,000% correct. Errol Spence shows that he's on vacation, enjoying his life and the fruits of his labor. But he's also showing you that he is still very much so in great shape. Now, another key thing is that we have to take into consideration is who's going to be his trainer. Because the only trainer that Errol Spence knew his entire professional career, with well-renowned future Hall of Fame 2-time trainer of the year, Derrick James. And they parted ways after the Terrence Crawford loss, right? And it was seen to be ugly, right? Disagreement. So with that said, who's going to be his trainer? There's a lot of questions to be answered when it comes to Errol Spence. The massive layoff. Now, if he comes back and fights in April, he would be 4 months shy. You got May, June, July, 3 months shy of being out the ring for 3 years. But Tszyu, on the other hand, he's been getting whitewashed. He got knocked out by Sebastian Fundora in their rematch. Or the first fight, he lost the decision. Second fight, Sebastian Fundora left no doubt. He got brutally destroyed by Bakhram Mataliev. Okay? And he seemed to be damaged goods. Or maybe never was goods. Right? Maybe he was just overrated. But this is a great comeback fight and a great storyline for Errol Spence. Again, I'm feeling like Errol Spence is creating the leverage he needs to get the money he's looking for, to make it worth his while. Like he said, I achieved everything I needed to achieve. What's there more to achieve? if I come back, it's going to be for me now and to build my legacy. He's already a Hall of Famer, in my opinion. So he don't need the sport of boxing, is what I'm getting from it. And I could just stay retired. But if you want me to come back, and I'm willing to come back, got to be for the right fights and the right money. I love this fight. What y'all think about this? Let me know. Drop a comment in the comment section. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. I'm gone. Peace.